All right, welcome. So today we're going to be doing a full body reformer workout, and we're going to be starting with a little bit of mobility, opening up the hips and working the deep glutes. So I actually have, all we need today is a box and your reformer. I have a blue spring on and I'm in a 1-1 setting, which means it's really close to the front, so I get that range of motion. I'm just going to put my box onto my carriage right there, and I'll actually take the platform off for now. All right, so let's take a stance here, and I want you to find, you're close to the foot bar, you're close to the edge of the reformer, and I want you to find a position where your hips are right over your feet and your knees are slightly bent. So as we lengthen the deep hamstrings, when you draw the sits bones up and back, sometimes you might need to bend the knees to get that lift of the tailbone and kind of tilt the pelvis into an anterior tilt. So this is posterior, that's anterior. And we're just gonna soften the knees, lift the chest, and really pull the carriage back into the stopper so you feel the shoulder blades connect and that heart lifting forward. And without moving the box, let's just round. You can lengthen the legs here, look down, scoop through the core, pressing away but not pressing away. Notice where the shoulders are. Are they creeping up, or can you still wrap those elbows back? Stay here for a big inhale into the back. And as you exhale, transition. Tailbone reaches away, lift the heart, wrap the elbows, pull the box back into the stopper, lift the head, get that length through the neck as well. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Now we just stay here. Draw the core in so we're in more of a neutral. Lengthen your left leg. Make sure the hip is still pulling over to the left. Reach that left arm up towards the sky. So we press away. We just look at that big thoracic rotation. Inhale and exhale. Back down. Right leg can lengthen. Reach up. You don't want to let the hips turn or cinch up in the left side, but we want to keep length and just reach. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale, back to center. All right, let's move that carriage now. Knees soft, we're gonna press away. And here, allow yourself to shift the weight forward a little bit. We wanna try and get length from that lower back, from the hamstrings. So sits the bones, reach up, you might need to soften the knees. Head stays higher than the arms. If I drop down here, yeah, it feels nice. Go ahead for a stretch, but then lift it up a little to connect. And as you exhale, scoop and round. Inhale, lengthen, lifting that heart slightly, right? Getting that reach in the hamstrings. And exhale, round. Really use the core. Watch the shoulders, keep them wrapped. And again, press away, breathe in and breathe out. Notice I'm not letting my hips shift forward and back too much. They're really staying right over the ankles. So I'm getting that movement through the spine. Last one, press. And as you round, bring the carriage to the stopper, knees soft, dump the tailbone under, roll it up all the way to stand, shoulders roll back and down. Big inhale, big exhale, round it down. We're gonna press away, and this time let's extend. So now we lift the heart, wrap the elbows back, lift the chest. It's like the heart is pulling forward. Exhale, press, and we'll round. So we'll alternate, scoop and round. Press and reach. Knees stay soft as you lift. So we get that extension. We get that tilt of this pelvis. And press if you want to lengthen the legs as you round. Go for it. Again, lift and inhale. Exhale. Round. You can breathe here however you want. Just make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're moving. And you're finding your rhythm. Bring it in all the way. Roll it up to stand. Draw the shoulders back and down. From here, left arm reaches up by the ear. Let the ribs pull out and over as we side bend. Inhale and exhale. Right arm up, side bend. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's add a little bit more movement through the whole body. So here comes the leg part. We're gonna pull our knee in towards our nose. So I'm starting with my left leg. Make sure we're not shortening the side. So you still wanna keep length. That's where the core is gonna work. Right knee is soft. We're gonna press away, and as we do, we reach our leg back. So here, I'm getting a big stretch in my right hip and glute. My hip bones are still square towards the ground. I'm not open, I'm square. Core is drawn in, head higher than the arms to support this move. Exhale and round. Knee towards the nose. Again, not side bending, so keep length. We press away and reach. Inhale. And exhale. Scoop and round. Reach and lengthen. And round. Give me one more. We're going to reach away. Lift the legs. Square the hips. Pull that right hip back. Find the length. And then round. Now we'll add the lift. So remember that extension we did? Remember we brought the carriage in and we looked up, we wrapped our elbows back. So now open your hips, and as you do this extension, kick that foot out to the side, keeping length in the side body so we're not crunching, we're using the glutes. Reach back, round it in. 3 more. Lengthen, soften that right knee, open the left hip, lift the head, sit back halfway, reach, and round. Lengthen, open, look over that left shoulder, reach, right knee soft, back and down. One more, reach, open out to the side, reach it long and round, bring it in, bring it all the way to the stopper, come up on the fingertips, tuck the tailbone, roll it up to stand, reach those arms up, inhale, and exhale, release. All right, other side. So we're gonna come down. Right knee pulls in towards my nose. I'm scooped through the core. I'm in that rounded shape, elbows wrapped back. We're gonna reach it long. Inhale, turn that left hip back. So find that length in the left hamstring. And exhale, scoop. Reach, squaring those hips. You might find that your chest feels thrown off center. That's the core and that mobility and that connection in the hips that we need to work on. So that's why we do this. Reach, find your length. And round. Last one, controlling the shoulder blades. Now we add the side kick. So it's not really a kick, it's a reach. I want you to sit back a little bit. Lift the chest. As you start to lift, we open the hips. So you can bend your left elbow a little bit. We reach out to the side. Inhale. Exhale back. And round. My wall is a little bit in the way, so I'm just going to move over a little. Reach, lift, and you open. You keep reaching that left hip back. Long, everything, and then press. Remember, we're opening and closing the hips. So we turn, we circumduct through that hip, look over the right shoulder, reach long, and round. Last one. Give me one final one. Reach, open, inhale, exhale, and round. Bring it in all the way to the stopper, up on the fingertips, at the shoulders, roll it up to stand. Inhale, and exhale, release. All right, we're gonna take a seat on the box now, and we can put another spring on as we get situated. You're gonna have your legs together or hip distance apart, but I prefer together if you can. And you wanna be right at the front edge of the box so you can roll all the way down. Let's reach the arms forward, breathe in. As you breathe out, start that C curve. So it's like you're pushing your heels away. Oh, I added another spring just to keep that box still. But we're gonna scoop, rolling halfway back. Make sure the head stays with the spine. We're in that C curve. And then we're gonna bring it up. Lift the arms. Be careful not to overextend where ribs are down. Reach. Melt it down maybe a little deeper. And then back up. If you have trouble with this, you can always add a pair of weights in your hands. It'll help support you. Scoop, keep reaching, spread the shoulder blades apart. And back up. Again, reach forward, rolling it back. Let's hold halfway. Shoulders are set, little fingers kind of turned in to get that activity down that lat. We're gonna reach the right arm up by our ear and lower it down. Left arm up, lower it down. Both arms up, lower down. Stack it up, inhale. 2 more like that, exhale. Find that deep connection, pelvic floor on, legs together. Reach and down. Reach and lower. Can you keep your head in place as you lift, lower, and bring it up? One more time, inhale. Exhale, scoop, really drawing that lower back towards the mat. We'll go left arm first and down. Right arm and down. Both arms, oof, and down. Lift it up. Let's rotate to the right. So as you rotate, hand presses against your legs. Draw those knees together. If you want to grab behind the box, if you can get that length, sit up tall, inhale. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper. Good, look over that right shoulder, inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Look a little further. Inhale. And exhale, release. Trying not to just spiral back quickly, but we go slow. Arms out to the sides, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, find your reach. And then as you exhale, lift a little taller. Look over that left shoulder a little bit more. Left knee keeps sliding forward. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Weight on both sits bones, inhale. Exhale. And release all the way. Just round over the legs for a moment. Let the head hang, let the arms hang, let the head go side to side. Inhale. And exhale. Let's roll it up. Okay, I'm gonna take my box off for now. We will be revisiting it. And I want you to go into your personal settings. So for me, that is a 2-3 or a 2-2. Usually, most people can start around a 2-2, and then if you're hitting the stopper, like every time you come in, you might want to take it down to a 1-1, and that's the gear bar and then the stopper number. So I'm going to put 3 springs on, 3 red and 1 blue, and we're going to go into our footwork here. So I'm taking my straps off and just gonna adjust here a little bit. Move this here. You can see the whole machine hopefully. All right, so starting to lay down, we're gonna make sure that your neck is lengthened. So if you feel the headrest down, you're looking behind you, that means we need to lengthen the neck. So put your headrest up, shoulders against the shoulder rests. I'm gonna take my feet in first position. So I'm on the pad of the foot, knees open about as wide as the shoulder rests, heels lifted. Arms relaxed by your sides, take an inhale. Neutral pelvis on the exhale, we press away, lengthen all the way out. And then inhale, bring it in. Exhale, press, inhale in. So as you do your footwork, I want you to make sure that we're thinking about our ankles, our knees, our hips. So if you take your hands on your pelvis, you can feel that nice neutral, pubic bone and hip bones in the same plane. The knees or directly over that second toe. And if you lift your head and support it with your hands, you can kind of watch your ankles work a little bit. I like to see and make sure that my ankle isn't like falling in, that my weight is equally supported through the whole pad of the foot. Really get that squeeze of the heels. Length of the legs. We're working as much on the way in as we are on the way out. Give me 3 more. Here we go for 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Knees together. I'm wrapping my toes around the bar like I'm a bird standing on a wire. Legs connected. If you're thin in the legs, then you might want to pad between the knees. So when you lengthen out all the way, those hip bones and ankle bones are still in that same plane. Pubic bone, hip bones in the same plane. Bend and press, getting that full length. Your heels aren't super lifted. They're slightly lifted and then they stay in place as you're moving. So we're working that mobility again of the ankle, the knee and the hip. If you feel all of a sudden you're hitting the stopper with your carriage, it could be that you're not in a true neutral. If I tuck my butt under, I don't have as much range, right? Give me 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna bring it in almost to the stopper. Keep your neutral, keep your form with your ankles and your feet. Pulse, 10, 9, 8. You should feel the glutes work. 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, and all the way out, lengthen, and bring it in. Awesome. Feet on, lateral rotation. We're gonna go knees out, or heels on, our feet are already on. Keep that neutral. Inhale, on the exhale, press away and feel like your heels pull towards one another as you stay neutral. Inhale to bend, exhale, press. Inhale, exhale. If the breathing gets too confusing, just make sure you're breathing. Comes with time to get it all right. I'm going to give you a lot of feedback, a lot of things to think about. You take what serves you. If you again want to check your feet knee alignment, look up, notice both sides, trekking over the second toe, getting that full length for 5, 4. You want to feel the thighs kind of wrapping back. 2, 1. Now bring it in almost to the stopper. Here we go, little pulses. Keeping that neutral, keeping the ribs engaged, keeping the form. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way out, lengthen, and bring it in. Awesome. From here, bring the feet back together, high half toe. So get in your pair of stilettos, favorite pair of stilettos. Heels are lifted, press away. Now hold here. With these lifted heels, it's hard to lengthen the legs fully if you have an anterior tilt. So you've got to fight that with your core to stay neutral, right? And the glutes a little bit. So as we come in, knees pull up, heels stay lifted, tailbone heavy. Press away. So here you've got to use the core and the glutes to keep that balance of the pelvis. So we're moving the legs in the pelvis, right? The femur is moving in the pelvis without the pelvis rocking around. Maybe that's a little technical, but that's what's happening. Imagine there's a string on your knees pulling up to the ceiling as the tailbone stays heavy for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Let's lower the heels under the bar. And I want you to really press them under. So give me a press, look up. Are your knees rolling in? What's happening with the hips? Can you keep control? Lift the heels, bend the knees, come in. Press away. We're doing a ladder. Now we're gonna go 2 times. Lower, lift, getting that full range. And bend the knees, bring it in. Press away, give me 3. Down, up, 1, 2, core is in. 3, bend, bring it in. Press away, give me 4, lower, lift, 4, 3, take a look at the ankles. Are they flaring or can you keep them aligned? And in, press away, give me 5, 5, full range here. 4, I know it's starting to burn. 3, 2, 1, bend, press away. If you're doing it correctly, you might feel this burn all the way up the back of the legs. Stay in the whole pad of the foot. Woo! 4 and in. Next one, 3, climbing back down that ladder if you haven't caught on. 3, 2, 1, and in. And press away, going for 2. Lower lift 1, lower lift 2, and bring it in. Last one, press away and just lower, lift, and bend, bring it in. Oh, shake it out. I like to rub my legs on the foot bar. It's like a little foam roller, get a little blood flow in there. All right, one more position. Heels on, wider than your hips, knees together, toes turned in. Look at the knees. They should be the same height. If not, what's going on with the pelvis? Where are you? Are you centered in the bar? All right, knees connect. As you press away, the legs will separate at the top, but you're still in internal rotation, medial rotation. Draw the knees together, press away. We're going full length, all the way in, staying neutral. Feet are rotated inwards, but they're not supinating, right? So we don't want to feel our ankles doing weird bends. They're just turned inward with that knee, all the way from the femur, from the hip. Go 5, 4, again, keeping those knees drawn together as long as you can. 2, 1. Now knees come together, bring it in. Just a little bit past the knee joint, we're pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way out, lengthen, and bring it in. Whew. All right. Arms reach up towards the sky. Let's do some roll-ups over this bar. So engage the inner thighs, imprint for me. Feel that core pull in. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we reach forward, we lift the head, we roll it up. So here, let's reach forward over the bar and create that C curve again. So we're still behind our sits bones a little bit. Inhale, exhale, roll it back, one vertebra at a time. Inhale, exhale, reach it up. Roll it up, create that C curve. Inhale, legs pressed together, exhale, roll it back. Inhale, exhale up. Let's add a little rotation. So we're gonna reach the arms up. You might have done these on the mat before, but we twist with the chest and we reach in both directions. Make sure not to overreach with the arm. It's the chest turning. And then stay here, hold it. Scoop through the core. You're still on both sits bones. We're gonna lift the arms for 3 and down. 2 and down, staying in that rotation, staying in the C curve. 1 and reach it forward. Other side. Rotate, turn the chest, reach forward with that front arm. We lift and lower 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center, melt it down. Inhale. Again, you can do these with weights for more support if you need. Exhale up, lift, rotate, 3, 2, can you keep your weight on both sits bones? 1, back to center. Rotate, 3, 2, 1, back to center. Roll it down. Inhale, one more time. Exhale up. We'll go to the right first this time. So rotate to the right, hold, twist a little further, up and down. Knees are still heavy on that bar. 2, 3, back to center, other side. Rotate and open, reaching forward with that front arm. 3, 2, 1, and melt it down all the way. Reach those arms out. You can let your knees go side to side, getting a little stretch there. All right, I am going to take off one red spring. You can roll yourself up and do that properly. We're gonna take off one red spring, and then we're gonna come back down. Now feet are on sits bones distance apart. We're gonna stream through this single leg footwork, okay? Tailbone heavy, hips even, right knee up to tabletop. So we're pressing away and back in. If you lift your head, you can look at your hips, just notice what is going on. Can you keep the hips even? Can you keep the ankle from flaring up and out? We're going 5, so we have 2 and 1. Keeping that neutral, reach over the bar, pull the knee over the hip. You don't have to pull the knee any further than over the hip joint. Okay. 5, bring it in. We're taking our left heel on the bar, foot flexed, heel aligned with the sits bone, right leg long. This lever makes it easier to tilt, but keep those hips even as we press. 5, 4, imagine a string kind of pulling that hip up. 2, 1. Now bring it in. Can you keep the long lever, keep the hips even, and pulse? 8, 7, 6. You can always bend the knee if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way out and bring it all the way in. Awesome. Toes on, high half toe. Left knee up, hips even. We're pressing out and back in. Again, this knee is directly over the hip. Checking yourself out, making sure everything's even. Sometimes we think it is and it's not, right? Now bicycle, reach long and in. Reach and press. 2 more. I think you find out so much about what's going on in your body when we do this single leg footwork. All right, right here, foot aligned with the sits bone. Reach, check out your hips. Press. This leg is just floating like dead weight over the foot bar for 3, 2, 1. Bring it in almost to the stopper. Little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way out, and bring it in all the way. And I'm gonna take off my left spring. So I have my right red spring on, and that's the side that I'm working on. So the spring that the side that I'm working on is on. I'm gonna do a little hip flexor stretch here. So hands are on, thumbs over the bar. We're gonna press away, and you wanna first engage the glute, really press your heel back. Then allow the hips to sink and open up. Push away because you're lifting the chest, right? We're getting that extension in that upper back. Lift the chin, inhale, and then exhale, scoop and round. So really try to find that roundness. If you check your hips, they're square. We press away. Inhale, it should feel nice to get that stretch. And exhale, scoop and round. One more time, press away, breathe in, and breathe out. Now, take your right leg back so that your foot is kind of even with the knee that's on the carriage. We're gonna lift our back knee up. Hands come close together to the right side. Our weight is in our right glute, it's pulled back. Our chest is hinged forward. We're gonna press back and back in. As you're doing this reach and bend, hip bones stay even. Weight is in this right glute. We're bending and pressing using that left glute, left heel to press away. We can reach the right arm out to the side, find our balance. Take the left arm out, maybe take the hands together, keep pulsing, keep press. 8, 7, 6. This knee is over the ankle. 5, hips are square. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it to stand. Inhale. Exhale, press out, reach the arms long, give me a pulse. In, out, up. Hinge, in, out, up. 3 more. Reach, in, out, up. Reach, in, out, up. Last one. Reach, in, out, up. Whew. All right. Hands on, shoulder distance apart at the edge. We're gonna press away into a deep lunge. So the back knee is lifted, hips are even. Back leg stays on that headrest and stays long. As we come forward, our shoulders go over our hands. Our right knee pulls up to touch as high as we can on that right tricep. And then we go back down, lifting into our stretch / lunge. Inhale. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, back down. Common mistake is the right side body crunching up. So keep that length, just like we did on the box earlier. All comes full circle. I want you to try to lift with the core, look down, press the shoulder blades apart. Let's add a little twist. So you're gonna come up, hold. Knee goes across, so the pelvis turns, you tap your left elbow, right elbow, down, inhale. Exhale, twist, over, and down. 2 more. Up and scoop, twist, twist, down. Last one. Up and scoop, twist, twist, down, and bring it in. Whew, all the way. All right, before we go to the other side, we are gonna come up on our knees. I am putting on a blue spring here. You can go heavier if you want, as long as you're keeping form, but I'm grabbing the strap overhand, okay? My other hand is on the shoulder rest and I'm sitting back on my heels. I'm gonna pull my elbow up. Notice when I do, my shoulder doesn't come up, my scapula is stabilized, and I'm gonna backhand, so I reach across. Bend, elbow up, reach across. So you wanna think elbow goes high, and you reach, bend, and down. Elbow high by the ear, reach, in, and down. You don't wanna over pull that elbow back. If the rope is hitting your chest, it indicates maybe you're pulling too far, right? Keep that core strong. All right, so now from here, this arm reaches forward. I want you to lift your hips up, and then I want you to just sit on back, keeping the chest square towards the front. You should feel your glutes work. As you sit back, we're hinging, our butt goes close to the heels, and then we drive it up. So as we sit back, our core is still pulled in, we're not vulnerable in our lower back, and we come up just like a squat. Now we're gonna add this. So as we come up, we reach, back, and down. Reach and down. Go 4. So here we're finding balance on both lower legs. 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Awesome. All right, last move here on the side for the arms. We're gonna take this little pirate stance. So knee and heel are aligned, but we're turned a little bit. So I have my knee in line with the headrest, my heel is at the corner. I'm gonna switch it to my back strap, elbow up, and we're gonna press and reach, and then back in. So I'm turning my chest, and we press and reach. I'm right in front of my left shoulder, kind of protracting, and then I twist. So my balance is challenged here. My chest is over my hips. You can feel the knee and the heel of this leg, heel and knee pulling towards one another. Turning the chest, you're feeling core. Give me 3, 2, and 1, and bring it back in. All right, I said that was the last one, but I lied. We're coming forward with the knees. Knees aligned with the headrest. You want a little gap between the knee and the headrest. All right, grab your front strap, place the back strap down. Here, a little gap, hand down, elbow opens up, shoulder away from the ear. As you press up towards the sky, this rope should be above the head. If it's hitting your head, you're not in the right form. So elbow forward and in. You can look down, or if it suits your neck better to look up. Elbow in front of the ear. You don't want it back here. Shoulder dropped away. It's a big move. So take your time getting into it. Maybe start lighter. Give me 4. See, I'm losing my form. I'm getting a little sloppy. I want to keep it right overhead. 3. I'm going to slow it down so I get my form back. 2. And 1. Whew. And release. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to set that strap down. We're going to go to the other side for the lunges and the scoops. So now I'm going to put a red spring back on. I have a red spring on the left side of the carriage. My left foot is forward. My right foot is on the shoulder rest. And I'm going to have my knee down on the carriage. So I'm here, knee down, tailbone tucked under to press away. That's going to start your stretch. Once you feel it, open it up. Inhale, you're pushing away with the chest to get that lift from the bra strap line. And then exhale, scooping around. Press away and lift. And exhale, scooping around. Once more, open and lift. Inhale, engage the glute a little bit to feel more stretch. And exhale. So left foot goes back, aligned with the right knee. You're gonna lift that right knee up so those hips are even. Hands close to the left side of the carriage, and here we go. We press and back in. Notice I'm not falling into my lower back. My left hip is pulled back, it's in control, my core is engaged. As I lengthen fully. I activate the quad to activate the glute. Left arm reaches out to the side, open it out. Right arm out to the side or hands by the chest. We've got it. 10, 9, hips square. 8, 7, 6. Can you keep pulling that left hip back? 5. Can you go a little deeper? 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Stand it up. Reach those arms forward into the lunge. Bend, reach, and up. My reformer slipped away. All right, here we go. We hinge, bend, reach, stand it up. Out, control it. If your reformer is sliding on the floor, it means you might not be in control. Last one. Reach, bend, reach, and bring it in. All right, hands on shoulder distance apart. We go into our deep lunge. Here we go. Lunge. Now, as you come up, that right foot stays long, right leg stays long, knee pulls up towards the elbow, back down. If you aren't feeling this in the core, check the shoulders, check the hips. If your side body is crunching up or your shoulders going up towards your ears, you might start to feel it in the wrists or in the hip flexors, but use that core. Give me 2. I want you to look down, bring the shoulders over the hands. 1 more. We add the crossover for 4. So we come up, twist, twist, and down. That's 4. Up, twist, twist, and 3. Can you protract even more to get that knee higher? 2. 1, and bring it in. Awesome job. Let's drop it down to a blue spring and get our backhand. Starting with my hand over the strap, my knees aligned with the shoulder rest, tailbone tucked, glutes on. We're gonna pull up, open out. Remember, if the strap starts hitting you in the chest, you might be doing something wrong. So we go up, reach, elbow high, shoulder blade, drawing down the spine. This is anti-rotation. If it's too heavy, move closer to your shoulder rests. If it's too light, but kind of borderline, instead of adding a spring, just move away from the shoulder rests. Weight in both knees, inner thighs work. Last 2. 1, let's add the hinge. So we sit back towards our heels, right? But we're not just rounding or plopping. We're active. We're gonna pull up, reach, slow it down. Can you keep weight in both knees as you do this? Hinging at the hips, using the glutes to press you up, glutes to slow you down. 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Set that strap down, grab the back strap, come on up. We're gonna go into our pirate position. So I'm gonna take my right foot out to the corner. I'm turning everything. My hips are angled that way. Elbow here, hand on the inner thigh. We press and reach and back. Remember, you're reaching in front of the right shoulder. I'm allowing myself to turn, and I'm using my core to do so. Keep pressing that knee into your hand if you feel unbalanced. Your heel and your left knee, or your, left knee, grounded knee, and right heel towards one another. 2 more. 2. And a 1. And bring it in. All right, tricep. We are here. We're gonna take our left hand onto the shoulder rest. So hip still pressing forward, elbow comes up. If this hip flexor is tight, your knee's gonna wanna lift, but try to find that length. Elbow in front of you, drop the shoulder away. This is huge, that shoulder drop. You can look down towards the grounded arm, reach. So here you want that strap right over your head, bend, elbow still in front of the ear towards the front wall in front of you. If this is too much, you can always sit back on your heels and do this, or just omit it if it's hurting your shoulders or your neck. This is an advanced move. There we go, I corrected myself. I'm keeping the form. I'm gonna slow it down for 3. I'm using the inner thighs. 2. And 1. And release. All right, we are almost done. Let's do 2 more moves. We're gonna take it to a red spring. I'm gonna put the foot bar almost all the way down. I'm sitting with my legs through my headrests, and I have a hand distance behind me. Going into back rowing, intermediate, hips square. Sit up tall on the sits bones, elbows out to the sides. We're gonna roll back. So I scoop through the core. You can always cross your legs if you need to. Lower back towards the mat. You can bend your knees slightly also if you need to. We're gonna keep the elbows high. Carriage doesn't move. I flip my hands out so the palms face back. You're gonna dive over the legs and press back, and then we circle around. As we do, I want you to bring the back of the hands together. Ropes go slack, flex your feet, inhale, and then exhale. Stack it up, breathe in. Breathe out, roll back. Hands by the heart, elbows out, shoulders protracted. Reach out. press back, move the carriage, dive over the legs, circle around. Doesn't have to go high. You can keep it shoulder height, flex the feet, and stack it up. Inhale, exhale. Keep that core on. Dive over, reach back and around. Inhale, exhale. Roll back. We stabilize the shoulders through this part. We press back, we reach back. And as you circle around, let the shoulder blades and shoulders come towards the ears. Find that reach, flex the feet, inhale, and then stack, dropping the shoulders away. Last one. Scoop and roll it back. Flip the hands, press back, dive forward, inhale, exhale around, back of the hands together, breathe in, and breathe out to stack it up. Sit up tall, palms up, elbows high. They're as high as the shoulders, but your shoulders aren't risen, they're down. Risen, is that the word I need? I don't know. Here we go. Bicep curls in control. This is almost more shoulder stability than it is arms. Shoulders and core. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, and release. Amazing. Let's finish up with a little mermaid here. We're just going to turn our right lower leg against the shoulder rest. Pick the bar up. I have a red spring on. I want you to sit back on the sits bones so we're not hinging forward. Maybe your hip doesn't even go down. That's okay. Just sit back so you're in a straight line. Hand aligned with the hip. This arm comes up. Inhale. Feel the ribs move. Exhale. Press away and really reach. Little finger wrapping down. Imagine you're pulling the carriage back in by laterally flexing. So your right hip is pulling down. Ears by the arms. And then bring it back in. Right hand down, left arm up. Inhale. Hand on, elbow in, reach up and over. Stay here, rotate. Spread the hands apart. Press away a little bit more. Get that stretch, inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then lift the head, give me a little extension. Wrap the elbows down, open it up. It's like you're pushing with your left hand, pulling with your right. Breathe in, breathe out. Left hand centers, open it up. And unwind, right hand down, left arm up, inhale, and release. Flip around, other side, left lower leg against the shoulder rest. Just try to rock that hip down. My hips are not having it today, but that's okay. We work with it. Hand, hip, shoulders, arm comes up. We press away in side bend. Now in my side bend, I'm gonna try to draw my hip down. I'm gonna stay, arms by the ears. I'm just gonna find that stretch, inhale. And exhale. Arm up and over, breathe in. Try to square the chest towards the front. I like to play around in this move a little bit to find the positioning and recheck myself because sometimes it feels like we're in the same spot or the right spot and it's way off, right? Inhale and exhale, rotate. Left hand on, right hand moves over and just press. Pressing away, trying to scoop still through the lower back so we get that rotation and that stretch. Inhale, exhale. And as you breathe in, lift the head, wrap your elbows back to extend. Push, pulling with your left, pushing with your right. Lift, inhale. Turning the chest forward, so we're in rotation, actively rotating. Breathe in. And breathe out, press away, right hand to the bar, side bend, grounding that left hip much you can. And release, left hand down, right arm up and over. Take an inhale and exhale, release. Amazing job. Let's stand up for final roll down. The way I like to stand up here is to bring your feet close to the carriage. Your hands go down and we're just gonna drive the hips up and feel yourself fold forward. Maybe let the arms hang. Maybe side to side, maybe bend, press the legs, whatever you need, but let that head be heavy. Release the upper back. Breathe in with soft knees. Let's exhale and roll up. We worked our whole body head to toe today. Amazing, amazing job. And namaste. Thank you so much for moving with me today. And I look forward to seeing you again soon for another reformer workout. Namaste.